Peace be upon you, ladies and gentlemen. We wholeheartedly welcome the viewers and listeners of Mystical Islam, and we hope that you are doing well. In today's video, we will share with you a strange incident of theft. This incident is related to Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni, in which he dealt with a thief in such a way that you will find it quite interesting. During the reign of Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni, a man came to his court with his case and said, "Your Majesty, my matter is quite strange. My case is very unusual. I had a pouch filled with diamonds and precious stones. As I was about to embark on a journey, I thought to myself that if I took this pouch with me, God forbid, I might meet with an accident on the way, and my lifetime earnings could be lost in an instant. There was also the possibility that a thief might attack me and snatch this pouch, taking away my entire life's savings. So I decided to entrust it to an honest person and retrieve it upon my return. I went to a minister in the area and entrusted him with my pouch of diamonds as a safekeeping deposit. Then I left for my journey. After completing my work, when I returned, I went to the minister and asked for my pouch back. He returned the pouch to me, but when I reached home and opened it, I found that there were no diamonds inside, only counterfeit coins. Outwardly, the pouch was not torn from anywhere, and the stitching that I had done was exactly the same as before. However, the surprising thing was that instead of diamonds, it was filled with fake coins. I immediately went back to the minister and told him that my pouch contained counterfeit coins instead of diamonds. The minister started evading the matter and lying. He said, "Do you think I have deceived you? Look at the pouch. If it is torn from anywhere, let me know." I said, "No, it is not torn." He then asked, "Has the stitching come undone from anywhere?" I said, "No." He continued, "Is it open from anywhere?" I said, "No." He then argued, "How can you say that I replaced your diamonds with counterfeit coins and deceived you? I returned the pouch to you exactly as you gave it to me." The man pleaded with Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni, saying, "For the sake of Allah and His Messenger, Your Majesty, please grant me justice. I am telling the truth. My pouch was indeed filled with diamonds. It was my life's savings. I am ruined. I have lost everything. Please help me." Hearing this, Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni said, "You may leave for now. When I call you back, you shall return." The man left. After he was gone, Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni made an announcement in the court that there would be a 3-day recess. The court would remain closed for 3 days and would resume afterward. With this, the court was dismissed and everyone left. Once the king was alone, he ordered a knife to be brought to him. He was sitting on a cushion beneath his throne. Using the knife, he tore the cushion. Before leaving, he instructed that for the next 3 days, no one was to enter the court except the cleaner who would sweep and tidy the area. No one else was allowed to enter. 3 days passed, and during this time, no one entered the court. When the cleaner finally entered to do his job, he noticed that the cushion of the king's throne was torn. He thought, "If I do not report this or investigate it, I might lose my job." Fearing for his employment, he raised an alarm, exclaiming, "The cushion on which the king sits is torn. Is everything all right? If the king finds out, we will be doomed. He will dismiss us from our jobs." Upon hearing this, many people gathered in the court, concerned about what had happened. They started wondering how the cushion had been torn and who was responsible. Panic spread among them, as they feared that if the king discovered this, he would be furious. Many might lose their jobs, and some might even lose their lives. Determined to resolve the matter, they decided to find a skilled repairman who could fix the cushion so well that the king would not notice anything. They assured the repairman that he would be well compensated. They called a renowned craftsman named Ahmad, explained the situation to him, and instructed him to mend the cushion in such a way that the king would never find out. Ahmad agreed and completed the repair. 3 days later, the court resumed, and when the king sat on his throne, he touched the cushion and realized that it had been expertly mended. He could not tell where it had been cut. Immediately, He summoned his ministers and asked, "Who repaired this cushion?" They replied, "Your Majesty, how would we know? It was the same when you left." Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni said, "Do not lie. I tore this cushion myself. Tell me the truth. Who repaired it?" Seeing the king's seriousness, the ministers lowered their heads in shame and admitted, "Your Majesty, we had the cushion repaired. The craftsman's name is Ahmad." Ahmad was then brought before the king. Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni asked, "Did you repair this cushion?" Ahmad replied, "Yes, Your Majesty, I did." The king took Ahmad aside, placed the same pouch with counterfeit coins before him, and asked, "Do you recognize this pouch?" Ahmad said, "Yes, Your Majesty." The king then asked, "Did you repair this pouch? What was inside it?" Ahmad revealed the entire truth, saying, "Your Majesty, I am innocent in this matter. A servant of the minister brought me this pouch and conveyed the minister's order to fill it with counterfeit coins and stitch it in a way that no one could tell. I followed the instructions, and I was even given a share of the loot." Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni told Ahmad to leave, but warned him to return when summoned. Ahmad agreed and left. Then the king summoned the minister and accused him of betraying the trust of the man who had entrusted him with the diamonds. The minister denied the allegations. Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni said, "I am asking you privately. Tell me the truth. If you do not tomorrow, I will ask you before the entire court. If you are found guilty, you will lose your position and be disgraced before everyone." The minister pleaded, "Your Majesty, look at my white beard. I could never do such a thing. I returned the pouch exactly as it was given to me. I do not know whether it contained diamonds or counterfeit coins." The next day, the case was brought before the full court. The minister remained adamant in his denial. Then Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni summoned Ahmad. Upon seeing him, the minister's face turned pale and his head bowed in shame. The king declared, "You have committed a grave injustice. You stole the lifelong savings of a poor man and deceived him. Therefore, you are stripped of your position. Leave my court at once and never appear before me again, or you will face even worse consequences." The minister, who was once honored and saluted wherever he went, now faced disgrace. People condemned him, saying, "You betrayed the trust of a poor man who entrusted you with his lifetime earnings. You let greed and worldly desires drive you to such an act. Now you stand humiliated before everyone." Thus, the story concludes. We hope you enjoyed this tale and learned that people often commit injustices against others because they cannot resist temptation. As always, our intentions should be pure, for Allah has said, "Actions are judged by intentions." This is where today's video ends. Inshallah, we will return with a new topic in our next video. Until then, take care of yourselves, your loved ones, and your parents. May Allah protect you. Goodbye.